Hello everyone. Today I want to show you my creeper-based wood farm, and this is actually not a proof of concept slow farm. This is a viable farm. So I used the same farm as I use in my wizard-based farm and didn't have to slow it down at all. And here you can see the universal tree farm from the top. It can harvest all small tree types, so even acacia trees with their randomly generated branches. And the creepers would also take care of acacia trees. I made a tutorial on this a while ago, the wizard version and a cube maker version. If you're interested in that, you can see it in the video description. Also, to make it clear, there's absolutely no reason to build a creeper-based wood farm. Wizard farms are a lot faster, easier to build, more reliable, and even safer. So this was just a challenge I made for myself. I wanted to build this creeper-based wood farm. And the reason why I wanted to do something with creepers was that I recently discovered a trick how to prevent zombies from spawning. So this mob farm would only yield creepers and skeletons, and I just wanted to do something with them. So if you place a trapdoor at this height, the moment this farm is disabled, so above the spawning floor, it only allows creepers and skeletons to spawn. And this is quite useful because it's the only mob types that I'm gonna need here. And as you've seen, I funnel them in the middle, then they drop down here, then they are sorted with those translocators. The bigger mob, which is the skeleton, can't pass through the snow layer because it would collide with the block on top of the piston, but the creeper fits through there, even through the piston, and then the skeletons are sorted out to the right. And the mobs are transported to those weighted pressure plates, so that's my regulator. Because if I wouldn't regulate the amount of mobs, sooner or later I would only have either only creepers or only skeletons, and more or less would run out. Because this spot here is within the 32 no despawn range of the player. So it's just a matter of time before you would only have one mob type. So that's why they unweight the pressure plates. When they're more than 20 on top of the pressure plate, then I activate this trapdoor here. It's an iron trapdoor. It's hard to see on the iron block. So at the moment, it also aligns the mobs, which is quite useful because that's the mob pickup system that was recently created by Unarybit, which works really nicely with pressure plates. So, and normally this trapdoor is closed, and then mobs that would land on the side of the trapdoor are pushed down. But if you have more than 20 mobs in there, then the trapdoor closes, and then you get the translocation behavior. So instead of pushing the mobs down, the piston arm pushes inside the mobs, and then it retracts them in the back, and they're taken care of. So, and as you saw, those pistons translocate the mobs to the holding cells. And this was one of the hardest parts of the whole farm, because those damn activator rails, they are just so unreliable, and they eject creepers differently than skeletons, and it was really a pain to work with them. But I got it to work. So the trick with the creepers is to place the actor rail before the spot where you want them. Then they would reliably go there. But if you would do the same with the skeletons, then it would eject the skeletons, and the minecart would crash into the skeleton. So it's completely stupid. So what I did differently with the skeletons was to have the activator rail one block behind the spot where I wanted to have them, and then I pushed them with pistons in that position. Then I translocate them to the back. Also, if I would have put the activator rail exactly the spot where the creeper should go out, then it could happen that it would glitch in a little bit into the next block, and then it could be translocated. So really annoying. Also, you have to take a lot of stuff into consideration. So that's the spot. That's the furthest away from the player's AFK spot. It's 31 point something blocks away from the player, so just within the no despawn range. Which is important because if a mob would despawn at some point, then you could run out of creepers, which will wreck your farm. So and that's the mechanism that would activate the creepers. So the skeleton would stand on the slab, and if I get the signal of every fourth tree, or in case of the acacia trees, every second tree, then this piston goes up, pulls the block up. Then the creeper can see the iron golem, tries to shoot him, but the creeper, which stands on this bed, which has the perfect height, is in the way. So the arrow hits the creeper. The creeper jumps up into the tripwire here, and this would activate both of those translocating pistons. This one 2 game ticks earlier than the skeleton, so the creeper falls down first, and then yeah, he falls through the hole here. There's some water in there to dampen the fall, so it gets less fall damage. And as soon as the creeper hits the ground, he already explodes. That kills the skeleton, and it gets rid of those logs reliably. So a too high row of logs could get rid of reliably. So this water here isn't really necessary because the skeleton reliably hits the creeper, but I just put it there, so even if an arrow would go through there, it can't hit the golem. And the golem also stands in the right position. If you would move him just one block back, then there's like a 1% chance that the skeleton doesn't track the golem. Also, what's noteworthy is that the skeleton's aim depends on the difficulty. So this farm could only be used in hard difficulty, because in the low difficulties the skeleton has terrible aim and sometimes just shoots in the tripwire inside this piston. So yeah, could only use in hard mode. So after both the mobs are sent down, then also a new mob is requested from the first holding cell at the top, and they stand on pressure plate, which always would deactivate the activator radius. And there's T flip-flop because the falling creeper would also activate the tripwire again, and the signal is sent up with pistons, and that's really packed to the brim of components. I guess there's not a single block that isn't used somehow. Okay, and here comes the biggest disadvantage of a creeper-based wood farm. The creeper explosion destroys the blocks, and there's a certain chance that the block doesn't drop an item, and some of the items that drop would even get destroyed by the next creeper's explosion from the other side. So you only get about 30% of your logs in item form collected by the water stream here. But there's a nice side effect. All the skeletons drop enough bones to run this tree farm actually. I also sort out the additional mobs that I don't need here. Just get more mob drops, so they would fall down here, and the drops also land in the water stream. And at this sorter here, where I kill the mobs with lava, I also pick up the drops, and they also send it to the same water stream. Okay, that's all I wanted to talk about this farm. So now I'm gonna show you how to operate this farm if you, for example, want to check out the world download. So you can turn on your tree farm here, on and off. That would activate the clock for the dispenser and elevates the AFK spot stairs. And then there we have the Acacia mode. Only turn this on when the farm is fully operational, because it would reset some stuff and also activate the creepers once. So yeah, only activate the Acacia mode if the farm is already running. So now I'm gonna show you how to make the farm operational. So here you can turn on the mob farm. So when the first holding cells are completely filled up, then I take an output from this pressure plate here, from the skeletons and the creepers, and the output goes down there. And the slams tell me that the first holding cell is filled up. By the way, I stopped the game or the tick rate of Cubitect's tick speed mod, which is a super nice mod for 1.9.2. Also link in our video description. And then let's turn the game back on. This red line, by the way, tells you to not step over there, because otherwise the mobs could despawn if you step over there. So always stay inside this area or the carpet. So let's tickrate back normal, and then you have to press the reload creepers once, and then the lamps will go off. Okay, and then you have to wait again until both lamps are back on again. Yeah, and the reason why you have to wait once more is because of the T flip-flop system here. So normally should make sure that no mobs are in there, so let them despawn first before they run this farm, and then the T flip-flop is in the wrong state. So the first creepers that fall through activate the translocators, it translocates the creeper, they fall down, but the skeleton doesn't because there's still a block in the way, and then we have to request creepers once more, so this holding cell will be filled up. Okay, I pressed the button request creepers once more. Now the farm is fully operational and you could start farming. So on this side here, by the way, is the bone meal storage, and it supplies this dispenser of bone meal and elevates the stair. So let's actually do it, why not? Okay, yeah, then you could stand here, aim at the dirt and hold the right mouse button and you can AFK. Okay. I did a 1 hour test before, and which was successful. The farm didn't break. To be absolutely sure that this farm would work over a longer period, of course I would have to do a longer test, but I guess this farm won't be built by anybody else in survival, so I guess that's fine. I proved it is doable to build a creeper-based wood farm. So okay, anyway, so let's also talk about the Acacia switch. Let's slow down the game once more. So that's where this logic comes important. So this is where the logs are further distributed. I use 2 cells for creepers and skeletons and split up the logs here, just because to run this farm faster. One wouldn't be enough, it wouldn't be reliable, so would have to slow the farm down. And then I always alternate, first the left side, then the right side. That's enough time to fill one of those sides back up with creepers and skeletons, and so on. And with the acacia trees, because they have branches, I have to push in 2 rows or columns at once. And that's why I have to slow this farm down for acacia trees, so it's only half as fast. And also the logic for that system is down here at the bottom. So basically I have to activate this side twice, then those twice, and those twice, and then I have to change it up, activate both of those, and do that twice, and so on. And to reset the logic, because you could be in a state where you would activate those twice and those just once, and then if you would activate those twice again, then you would get out of order. So I reset all of that with the Acacia switch, and also sent down just a bunch of creepers and skeletons. So basically I push the fire button, send them down, they would explode, and everything is reset to normal. Okay, one more note: if you switch back from Acacia to other trees, then this system is also reset once more, and you send down creepers and skeletons. So also only change back to normal if the farm is fully operational. So yeah, you have creepers and skeletons in the holding cells here. Okay, yeah, that's all I want to talk about this farm. I would recommend no one to build it in survival. It's gonna drive you insane. it already did it with me in creative mode, and yeah, just build a wizard-based farm. They're a lot more reliable, safer, faster, cheaper, and so on. And can use naturally formed bedrock in a nether, so you don't even have to remove bedrock. Yeah, just build a wizard-based farm. Okay, yeah, have a good day and goodbye.